Y'all ready?
Yeah, you want to open this up?
Open it. First off, Campbellsville, those two guys coaching over there, back when I first got started coaching, they were both little boys. I was a grad assistant for their dad, Randy Vernon, one of the best coaches going. Check out his record at Cumberland College for about 35 years. But his two sons were, I don't know, 3 years old, 2 years old, 5 years old. So to see both of them over on the sideline at Campbellsville, that's really special, and they're doing a really good job. Second half, they made a lot of shots, and they got a good little team. I didn't quite know what to expect with us. I thought the first half played nervous, and particularly Butts. He's a guy that didn't play at all last year. He's the one guy, basically all fall, has been really good for us. I didn't think he was as good as he has been. Second half, he was better, but still didn't do some things as well as I know he can do things. I thought we all played a little jittery the first half. Second half, we came out and jumped on them early and separated the game. And I thought that Jarius was pretty good all day long. He did one thing that's always valuable, jump up and make shots. 5 for 6, three-point line, but also went and got 14 rebounds. And that was huge. Davion. I thought, again, not playing for a little bit. I thought the game sped up a little bit tonight for him, where in practice has been really slow. But I don't ever have to worry about him. Off the bench, I thought Jamarion Sharp came in was a factor. We see him every day. We think he can be a factor. I think for you guys, first time you've really seen him, you didn't know what to expect. But I think you can see he's got some things you can't teach. I think he's got some other things that you didn't see tonight, as well as I think he can do some things. So, there's some good, lots of things to work on. Guys not being able to change the defenses, react, maybe letting them miss shot, bother you a little bit, and not be able to get back and know where I got to go defensively. But I was like you all. I'm sitting there watching too, trying to figure it out a little bit and watching and learning some of these guys. But there's some good things, a lot of things to work on, but also some things we can build on.
You said on media day, it's going to be a work in progress, not just these 2 exhibition games, but through the first part of the season. Seemed a little rough to start, 1 of 10, I think, shooting, beating that rust or working together for the first time, whatever it may be. But I guess seeing the team kind of go throughout the game, how happy were you with the progression beginning to end and trying to come together?
Well, no question we were much better second half. We shoot 53, 55% in the second half. The one stat jumps out at me that I didn't like either half, and you just talked about starting that game. I don't know if we was 1 for 10 or 2 for 13, but I just know the ball went to the paint one time, I think in those first 13 possessions, where it's a pass or a dribble. Now, we missed a bunch of easy shots. We missed a bunch of wide open threes that I have confidence that some guys taking. But the one stat jumps out at me, and you guys know this. It's been a trademark of our program, getting that foul line. We only got there 14 times tonight, and that's not near efficient enough. We can't just depend on shooting a three-point ball. We got to go get that ball to that paint where there were, and I think Butts can go score it in there, I really do. But even he's not scoring it, we got to get some of the guys driving it in there, get that foul line some, and just not settling for jump shots. So if you ask me one thing that jumps out at me, it was the 14 free throws that was attempted. That's not a good stat.
Coach, you had Hamilton tonight get you 19 double-double in his first game. He looks rather comfortable. So how do you assess his play this evening?
Well, I thought he was probably as comfortable as anybody, because I think he did one thing. He played hard. When you play hard, it allows things not to creep in your mind. Maybe some missed shots or getting beat defensively. I thought he played hard for the most part. And he's kind of shown that the last 2 weeks. He missed a bunch of practice. Probably the last 2 weeks is the longest stretch of practice he's had. He missed all of July. He missed a couple weeks right off the bat here once we got started. So for the last 2 weeks, it's been his most consistent time practicing. I think it's shown up for him. So, I think he's a guy, too, that we didn't do tonight, that can go score on that block. He needs to be the guy getting that free throw line some. He made 5 threes, and that's a good thing. But I think he can put it down, get it to the rim some. But we got to get him that ball and around that block, too, where he can go score it, especially as a 4 guy.
Sticking with Darius, obviously he's played high-level basketball at Maryland, D.C. Last year you guys had Charles, who was, leading the team points, rebounds every game. Do you see Darius as a guy that, will be that guy every game, or do you think it's more of like every game could be someone different type of team?
Jay, I don't know, have the answer to that right now. I wish, if you're asking me, I wish you asked me, could he go get 19, 14? I wish he could do that every night, then I'd say he's probably going to be that guy. But I don't know if I have to have him do that every night. That's a plus when he can. I think we got multiple guys go score at basketball. Again, I'm going to repeat this. I think Butts can score basketball. I've seen that all fall long, multiple ways. I think he'll be better Friday night. I think we all know Josh has got ability to do some things differently. Luke makes shots. Davion's, you're going to see him being much more comfortable this year, and you saw a little bit of that tonight. 17, 4 assists. Again, I thought the first half, what was his stats the first half, Davion? He was better second half. 7. So he has 10 second half. He's really been passing the basketball well. Again, I thought we had some guys miss some shots. They can make some shots. So I think we got some versatility, some guys. We had, Sherm off the bench. He's a freshman, played last year at JUCO, and he's 1 for 8. I don't think we'll ever see another night like that with him. He misses a layup right there before half. He's nervous. He's much better than that. We see it every day from him. And then we got a couple guys, hopefully we can get back sometimes, maybe some quicker than others, but we'll have to wait on that. But those guys can help us on that bench.
Coach, so I think, obviously the jitters, the first game, you got your next game Friday. So we're seeing a lot of the good quick transitions and going to the basket, passes up the middle for dunks. Is that something that you think you're going to see your team playing? And is that more or less the style of play that you want to see from your team?
Yeah, your first name again? Nick. Hey, Nick. We want to play fast. I think we got the personnel. We can do that some. Got a point guard. We think can really get in that lane. It's one thing I thought tonight. Those guys went behind the screen. We talked about after the game. Sometimes going to be that bull. Get in that lane, get fouled, and get that foul line. I think we got bigs that can run. I think, no question, Jamarion changes ends really quickly. About 4 or 5 strides, he's there. Butts has the ability to do it. I just thought Butts let some things affect him tonight, missing shots, affect him doing some different things. So to answer your question, we want to play fast. I think the floor will be spread a little bit better this year because you got some other guys can shoot it. Jarius, Luke, I think Davion can shoot it. Josh shooting better. So I think that floor's got a chance to be spread a little bit more, which opens up for that big guy going down that lane. So to answer your question, I think so. We want to be a guy that team that runs. Just throw it up there around the backboard for Jamarion. He's going to go get it. He ain't got to be around the rim, just around that backboard. He can go get that thing.
You haven't mentioned Noah much lately. Comes in as, I believe, 14 minutes tonight. Do you see him as a guy that's going to, be in that rotation for you guys moving forward?
Well, we'll see moving forward. He's worked hard this fall. Players and coaches, we trust him just to run the team and get the ball where he's got to get it. He doesn't have to come in and try to be no hero, do too much. Be a talker, be a communicator, move the ball. Help your teammates get where they got to go. So, same way for him. He hadn't played in a year and a half, and I know it was new for him, but it was a good first experience for all those guys.
So one guy that you didn't have tonight was Zion. I know that he's been having to adjust to being here as a freshman, and you didn't have Keith either. So just kind of want to hear what your status is on them possibly, and what are you seeing from them maybe even in practice? Because I know that they're guys that you brought in as more playmakers and guys that can make shots too.
Well, y'all read the statement on Zion.
Yeah.
I'm not going to elaborate a whole lot on it, except Zion's a really good kid. And we're all trying to help him right now through these issues. It's all personal issues as he has, and players, coaches, sports staff, everybody's trying to help him, get through some of these things. And, we'll see as we move forward. I have no time frame for it now. No time frame for his return right now. Keith, just don't know yet. Hopefully sooner than later. But no question, Keith's a guy that gives us another guy out there, the high level guy that's been there and done it a little bit. He helps us in a lot of different ways. He's a guy that can really get that ball in that paint to that rim. He's got a good feel off that bounce, passing the ball. His adjustment's been just learning a new system, how we play a little bit. And at the same time, it's challenging for him when he knows he's not eligible right now. That's challenging for anybody. But he's handled things great, and he's a great kid too. You'll get a chance to interview him. You'll figure it out in a hurry. He's a great kid. So again, hopefully moving forward, we'll know sooner than later.
With Keith and his eligibility, does that have to do with him declaring for the draft, or I guess, do you know what the issues are there?
It has something with him declaring for the draft. It does. Some paperwork involved with that. I ain't gonna go into details, but nothing the kid has really done wrong. A lot of moving parts with everything right now. And at the same time, he didn't have a coach. There were no coaches there. People to really give him some insight on some things. So, again, hopefully we'll know sooner than later with him.
This one's a little off topic, but Cam Justice back on the bench, I guess, what was it like, getting him here, and, what's it like having him in his new role?
Well, he's been really good, Jarrett, in his new role. He's been really good in it. You got a veteran guy that's understands. He's been through it, been in the real world, worked for a year, real world. Those who don't know, he's a guy helping us academically, and we'll see moving forward, how that role continues to grow or develop, or if there's other roles and opportunities for him. Naturally, he wants to go into coaching someday. So we'll see as we move forward, what happens with that. It's a good question, though, Jarrett.